my, so much going on this week, and I can't wait to share all three of these things with you today, and hopefully you can jump into all three. So we're going to have different segments for each of these topics, but I couldn't break them up because I wanted to make sure you didn't miss out on any of these free gifts and free training options for you. So let's get to it. Let's go.
Welcome to the Course Creators HQ podcast, helping you navigate the latest techniques for creating and marketing online courses. And now, here's your host, Julie Hood.
So welcome, and one of the challenges you will notice as you get more well-known and start reaching more audiences is that you will have events and activities that are happening at the same time and on top of each other. So you have to figure out, how do I tell people about these without feeling like you are overwhelming them or flooding them with lots of emails? And there isn't a perfect answer, but I'm going to try to take care of this week because that's what's happening for me. I'm participating in 3 free events and they're all fantastic. And I want you to have access to all of them. So we're going to have 3 different segments today. And what are these 3 different events? So first off, we've got the Course Profits Workshop going on. It kicked off last week, and we are knee-deep in talking about better messaging this week. So if you haven't signed up yet, you can still get access to all the interviews. So make sure you get on that list. And then second, I'm part of the Funnel Cure Bundle, which has 29 free gifts to help you make your funnels better and boost your sales. And then third, I'm one of the experts on the Ditch Your Algorithms Win in the Inbox Micro Audio Summit. And it's all about ways to use your emails better. So I will have links to all 3 of these in the show notes so that you can jump in and get on the list. Should you sign up for all 3? That's the first thing we should talk about, because I'm going to give you some more ideas further on in this episode, so keep listening for those. But should you sign up for all 3? I would say yes, because this content is so good. You know, email is something you need to be doing constantly, so anytime you can get more secrets to doing that better, I'm all for it. And then almost every course creator I'm talking with is trying to improve their funnels, so that is also really good. And then I know for a fact all of the Course Profits Workshop messaging and the things we're talking about are going to be helpful for you. So yeah, jump into all 3 and get the free gifts and the free setups so that then you can schedule those in and work on each of those. So let's jump into our first segment today, which is all about funnels and making sure you have the best possible funnels in place. So this always confuses my students. So I want to just speak to this a little bit. Should you have automatic funnels going out where you set up, 2, 3, 4, 10 emails that automatically go out when someone signs up. And then those emails are sharing and connecting and nurturing and then also promoting what you've got going on? Or can you have other kinds of messaging and emails that are related to this? So let me give you what I do, and then I'll give you some different options, and then you get to decide how you want this to work. So right now, for most of my, what I would call funnels, I have a free gift sign-up opt-in page. That's the first part of the funnel. People put in their email address. The second part is they get an email that gives them their freebie and they get to sign up for the lead magnet. And then they are on my newsletter list, so that as I am talking about emails each week, as I'm sending what are called broadcasts, not automatic messages, but broadcasts each week, when I'm sending out emails about what's going on, they get to hear about it, they get to be nurtured, and that's it. I don't have big, long, complicated funnels. Maybe we'll add some at some point, but at the moment, it's just the free gift email is really all that's part of it. Now, the other way you can do this is that you have a more of a sequence of messaging that you put people through once they sign up, and they hear from you maybe every couple days for a series of messages. The challenge with that, and it's a great way to do things, because then you can make sure everyone gets all of these messages about how you can offer and how you can help them, is you want to make sure that you're not overlapping the funnels emails with your weekly broadcasts that you're sending out. So it's two different setups depending on how your email program works. One is kind of what they call an autoresponder, or sometimes it'll be a campaign or a sequence. Those are all part of the funnel concept. And then the broadcast concept is where you're scheduling it out to go today or tomorrow or this week. So I hope that's clear on the difference, and that you want to make a conscious decision of how you're going to use them. Because if you're going to put somebody into a funnel, let's say where they're getting a message from you every other day and they've got maybe 5, 6, 7 messages, something like that, you don't want people to be getting your broadcast messages too while they're inside that funnel, because then you're just going to be overwhelming them with all kinds of emails. So step back and set up your tool to where if you're going to do a more complex funnel like that, you will exclude those folks until they are through the complete funnel, and then they'll start getting your broadcasts, the regular things that you're sending out every week. So I hope that helps a little bit. And then another piece of the funnel that is super important is thinking about how are you going to introduce them to your products, nurture them through your products, and then offer them for sale. So are you going to have something open all of the time? Then you can have that automatic funnel set up where you make the offer inside there. Or are you going to do more of a launch method where things are open at a certain time? That works better with the broadcast side of things. So I hope that helps you sort of think through what it is that you're doing and how you want to put your specific business together, and simplifies things. If all you need is one welcome email, that is a lot easier and a much easier way to get going on your email list. So the Funnel Cure Bundle has a bunch of ideas for you on how to do automations, how to improve your emails, how to improve your growth, and really work through, especially if you're going to do ads. There's some things on here to help you with that. So what's cool about these free giveaways and gift giveaways is you only need to pick out one thing, and if it helps you for free, it's worth the time to sign up. So take a look, see if there's anything interesting, and you only sign up for those that you want to receive information from. You don't have to sign up for all of the gifts. Like, you just pick the ones you're interested in. So hopefully you will jump into the Funnel Cure Bundle. So that was segment 1. Segment 2, we'll just continue a little bit more on that email side of things, because email is so essential. And I was reading a post today that I thought was so good. It was all about how someone was like, okay, I set up this email opt-in page. I've got people jumping in. I'm participating and getting signups. But now what is it I should be sending to them? And I thought it was a great point, because you do want to sit down and really think about, what am I going to be sending out through my emails each week? And if you have to sit down to a blank screen all of the time and try to get started, that is just painful. So here is something that I usually share with my students who are in my email course, but I'll share it with you today. I want you to make a list of ideas as you come across them, of things that you study, that you see, that you come across, that you think your subscribers would also be interested in. So this could be things like an interesting post on social media. And the way you write the email is you write a paragraph or two at the top, and you're like, hey, I came across this really interesting post on social media. Here's my thoughts about it. Here's why I liked it. Here's what's important. And by the way, here's the link to go check it out. So, or maybe it's just a website, or Maybe it's a tool that you've come across, or maybe it's another expert that you really learned a lot from. Like, start gathering those ideas along with gathering subject lines that you think are really good, that you could not copy, but model the way they're put together. So things that you open, then you can also model and open those and use a similar type of subject line. And once you have those lists together where you've got your ideas already and you've got your subject line ideas, makes it so much easier to sit down and write an email. So start gathering those, put them somewhere. I like to have a place where you're gathering, both on your computer and on your phone. So whenever I come across something, I can throw it into the tool. So I use goodday.work, I believe is the link. I'll make sure and put that in the show notes, to have one place where I'm putting all of this stuff, but you can pick anything you want. Anything that works on both your phone and your computer is a place to kind of keep all of these ideas. And then it makes life so much easier. So there's a bunch more ideas like this in the Ditch the Algorithms Micro Audio Summit. So the concept is maybe you can step away a little bit from social media and do more with emails and how to develop emails even better. So it's a micro audio summit. So what that means is you can listen on a private podcast and you get to listen to all the experts once you sign up. So I was talking about mini courses for my interview, and now you can use those to build your email list. So jump into that link so that you can get some more ideas on improving your emails and doing a better job with your emails. And then segment 3, I want to talk about better messaging, because this is part of the Course Profits workshop this week. We are jumping in with Samantha Hoilett, who is a new friend of mine that I was introduced to this year. And she just has some really interesting concepts around thinking about how to do your messaging and thinking about what you're saying and sharing with your audience that I hadn't heard from anyone else. And so I want to make sure that you get to listen to her interview from the workshop. So make sure you jump on that link and jump into the Course Profits workshop. But before we finish up, I want to share a couple things that she had sent out in an email that I kind of had this light bulb moment with. So I thought it might be helpful for you. So she said, and I'm just going to give you the exact wording here. Everyone is like, yeah, I know how to talk about my offer. But here's what I see almost every dang day as I'm scrolling through my inbox. And this is for people's offers around their courses and their programs. So these are the things that she's seeing. Join a community of like-minded women. Have you seen that one too? And Samantha replied, but with, why though? What's the benefit? Or use the Q&A calls to get answers to your questions. And Samantha said, you literally just defined what a Q&A call is. That's not a benefit. Use the Slack channel to celebrate your wins. And Samantha's response was, okay, but why should I engage there regularly? What's the benefits? And then get a 90-minute one-on-one call with me. And Samantha said, okay, but how does this help me? What do I walk away with? And as I was reading through this email from her and I saw these statements, and I was like, you know, she's so right. These are the things that everyone wants to include in their programs and maybe be bonuses or whatever, but then how are they actually good for us? What am I getting? What is the benefit of each of these? And how am I messaging that through the offers that I'm doing and the things that I'm sharing? So hopefully you had as big of a light bulb moment as I did in recognizing that we need to go a step further in our messaging and not just talk about what it is, but explain why and how it's going to help someone who signs up. So I will do this for you for the Course Profits Workshop. I specifically pulled together experts on individual topics that I thought would be helpful for you to get more course sales. So using these ideas to connect better with your audience, to make it easier for you to connect and to enhance the way you are connecting. So that's the benefit of checking out Course Profits Workshop and getting those private podcast interviews. The good news is there's no upgrade, VIP, none of that nonsense. I just wanted you to have access to them. Jump on the private podcast. You'll be able to listen in. I'm covering them over the next few weeks so that we can kind of work on them together. And it's all free. I'm making some special offers, but the content is all free for you. So jump in on that one. I hope you enjoyed this 3-segment episode, and thanks for hanging in there with me through 3 different topics. It's not my favorite way to share things, but I couldn't come up with a better way to kind of walk you through what all was available this week. So I hope you jump in with us, and I will see you on 1, 2, or 3 of the things that are happening. Get connected and check those links in the show notes. Thanks for listening. I hope this was fun and gave you an idea or two that is new. That's always my goal, is I want to give you something that you hadn't thought about before that you could take forward into building your online course business. I appreciate you being here and being a subscriber. You're the best. I have the best community. So thank you, and have a wonderful week. I'll catch you on next week's episode. Take care.